Okay. Hello. Just waiting for anybody comes on. If the internet works properly. Just tame down my light. Because otherwise it's glaring. I am making, get it turned right side up here. I'm making a thing to go in a journal. If you want to make it, you need 4. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Angie. You need 3 pieces of cardstock measuring 4 by 6 or 3 by 6, whatever you want to do, whatever size you have in your stash. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Madison. Hi, Carla. And then you need scraps. And then you'll need 5 or 6. I had 5. I didn't want to cut another piece of paper. Like 1/2 inch to 1 inch pieces of paper cut about 2 inches long to make a couple hinges on the sides to hold it all together. And then you will need a couple blank pieces of the leftover cuts. Hi, Lauren. To make pockets on the inside. So now that I explained that, I'm sure I'll explain it 2 or 3 more times. But thank you, Lauren. It's mine. I went ahead and did the collaging on the front of it because I wanted to sew around it, and my sewing machine's loud when it's live. So you can see my little scrap box over here beside me. Still with the same objects in it. I did go into my napkin stash and pull a napkin out that we might use. And I have some book paper here that we might use, but it was all out of my stash. So how is everyone tonight? Yeah, glue on your fingers. That's how I was during Brooks Live. Hi, Tanisha. Hi, Clint's Crafts. So yeah, I had no idea what I was going to do when I started watching Brooks Live, and this just popped in my head. So I decided that's what we would do, but it will fit over a book page. When I'm done with it, I'll just use old McDonald here because it will eventually end up in a little golden book. But it will fit over the book page like this. And you can paper clip it in. And then you've got writing space in the inside of it. Hi, Abril. And I still haven't got Little Golden Book uploaded to my Etsy shop because of the vertigo that I had for far longer than I wanted. Thank you. I thought it turned out pretty cool. We still got to put a focal point in the front of it if you want. You don't have to. I kind of like it the way it is. Hi, Kateri. And hi, Amy. Trying to get everybody in chat. I always miss somebody. And then I feel bad when I go back and watch the show over. You could put a little bird on there. These are some tags that I made while I was watching somebody the other night. Let me move this one out of the way. These are just random things that I had in my stash. And so I made some little tags or tucks or ephemera, whatever you want to label them as. Thank you. Yes, some thumbs up, please. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it. It really does help. And there's that one. There's one more. Did I miss somebody? Okay, and then this one. So those are all going to be used into a journal. I don't know. It could be random journals. I don't do matchy-matchy so much. Hi, Sandra Miranda. So these little cards or not actually cards. This is a piece of paper cut off from a paper pad. I think it's called Heritage or something like that. And then this is just a piece of card paper that I've had for probably 25 years in my stash. So yeah, just random stuff. But I think they turned out cute. And they'll make a cute little tuck inside of a journal. Is anybody else crafting tonight? This one might be my favorite because I put the little fabric on the back and sewed around both. So that they could be put, one of them could be put like a center focal point on there. It could be put inside as a tuck inside of it. However you want to use it. Cleaning up my crafty mess. I have discovered and figured out that I have 2 full-time jobs in my life. One is working in a grocery store, and the other one is cleaning off my desk. One I get paid for, one I just enjoy. Making a mess on it anyway. Thank you, Peggy. In my desk and watching you on the side. Yeah, it seems like that's all I get done. Clean my desk. So this was a it's a stamp. I think it's a Tim Holtz stamp. I cannot talk. Somebody stamped them out and sent them to me. And a stamp swap or something. I don't know. Okay, so inside, we've got all this done. I just layered my papers into what looked good to me. Glued them down, and then I took my sewing machine and zigzag stitched. And if somebody knows where I put my little non-stick craft mat, I'd be grateful. It's here somewhere. It's probably right in front of my face, but I can't find it. So it is wax paper tonight. So I'm going to flip this, and we're going to start working on pockets. You slipped on the ice a week ago. Ouch. That's not good. Oh no, Angie, I'm buffering. I'm sorry. I'll just warn you all ahead of time. My internet's not the best. And if I get to moving too fast, tell me it's blurry. Because I know the more I move, the faster I move, it gets blurry. So I am going to measure this out because this one I want to be left blank so that you can write in it. But it's not really a flip. It's just, it's going to, you flip it closed and you put it over a page in a book, whichever direction you want. Oh, it's Angie's internet. Okay. All right. So let me find my little cutting thing here. I'm done. Sorry. This is my old Creative Memories cutting. Guillotine cutter, the little one. Let's see. I want to go to about right here. You notice I don't measure. Oh, wow. No, it is pieces of paper that are, they're about 2 inches long and about, this one is just a cut off of it. Just about a ½ inch wide. And then I put them across the paper here, glued them down on both ends, and then folded it so I would get the hinge. I may go back and cut some fabric. I don't know how, this is the first one I've ever made, so how sturdy it'll be. But you can put a, hi Teresa. Hi Brandy. Paper clip to hold it into your book. You're welcome. My inker. Everything's inked up on the edge because this is when I was cleaning my stuff up and rearranging some of it to put the new furniture in here. Found a box of paper I forgot I had, and some of it had yellowed a little bit. So this is 4 inches wide, so I think I'm actually going to cut it down by about 1/4 of an inch so it fits inside the dimensions better. Well, that was crooked, cat. Goodness. Don't mind me. I still haven't found my roll of piano paper. I moved it, put it up where I would know where it's at, and it may never be seen again. Okay. So this is going to be a pocket on this one. I'm going to put a little thumb hole there. And I think before we put it down, I will put a napkin on it. My glue stick. Oh, we need to take the napkin apart first and choose what piece we want to use. I think we'll do it on the background here too, on the outside pockets. I love this napkin. I think it is so pretty. I am thinking like right there, so it gets a little music, a little print, or left-handed sons, huh? Okay. Let's change our mind here. And use this piece for the background. And I'm going to cut this while it is still intact, because that's just easier for me. I have a niece that is left-handed. I have a coworker that's left-handed. And I think it is really true that left-handed and right-handed people definitely think with two different sides of the brain. Because she does everything exactly backwards of the way I do everything. Not that that's a bad thing, but it leaves me bamboozled sometimes. Yeah, I feel a little better now, Dana. I'm not getting dizzy every day now. It was a long few days there. Yeah, they are creative. But she is... we both do the same job, basically. I'm just her supervisor. And when she does the job, she, like tearing tags apart, I tear them and turn them over to the right. She tears them and turns them upside down to the top on the left, and I'm so confused. They get out of order on me, and we just laugh at each other and go on. But some days I'm like, what did I just do? And I'm telling her something. She goes, I can't do that. My brain doesn't think that way. I'm like, okay. Like, my brain doesn't think your way. And my boss doesn't think either one of our brains works. Ink on me, or glue on me. Okay, so we're gonna, can you all see that? Is it clear enough? And do, oh, I forgot to turn off the, whatever that's called. Autofocus. So that might help things out a bit. Okay. I have a card around here somewhere to make sure I smooth that down there. I don't know where it's at right now. So we'll smooth it down with the bone folder. Make sure it adheres to the paper, or to the glue rather. I think this will be really cute. My next journal is another little golden book, so I think it will go in there. Serious Dawn. I can't remember anything. Okay. Today at work, I lost my pen at least 10 times within a matter of an hour. For real. And I'm like, what in the world is wrong with me? It is going to be a insert to go into my journal, and it will sit over a page. Let me bring old McDonald out again. Might be easier on one that's not fully decorated. But you decorate this, the front, the back, and the inside, and then you put it over your page, and it will sit in a journal like that. Hi, Christina. So you can put a paper clip in there to hold it, and just use it to, like, this part it will be left with maybe some lined paper or as is, and then these two parts will have little pockets on them to put in, and you can open it and you can put it in there whichever way you want. It'd be your choice. You can close that way, and that would be your front. It slides off the page and on the page. Hi, Jackie. How are you? So yeah, it came to my mind while Brookie was on live. So this is the pocket part, and I think we use this little butterfly on it to break some of that up. Thank you. I did a page a while ago when Brooke first started. I was working in my personal creative daily journal, and I looked up and I was like, oh man, it looks like Rainbow Bright threw up on this page. But I like it when it was finished, so it's all good. It's just got a little bit of all colors. They're not real bright colors. I'll show it to you here in a minute. We'll get some of this done. Okay, so this one isn't going to fit perfect, but it will work. Perfection is for somebody whose name is not perfectly imperfect, right? I'm sorry about the flickering light. Someday I'll get a ring light or something to go around my camera to make it a little better, but for now, this is what I got to work with. Okay. So put some glue down. Anybody else use more wax paper and craft room than they do in their kitchens? And more parchment paper in their craft rooms than they do in their kitchens? Because it seems to be the only place I use them anymore is in the craft room. Hey, Aaron. Like all hellos resonated, reinstated. I don't know how to say that. I have my glasses on. This makes the picture blurry, but I can't read the writing without them, but it makes the picture blurry, if that makes any sense. So just trimming that off. I'm sure this probably isn't my own idea, but it's what popped in my head. And if I've seen it somewhere else, goodness gracious, I wouldn't know where. So if I'm stealing somebody's idea, just please tell me. Need some more glue over here. I might sand some of that off just to give it a little bit of character. So won't that be pretty there? You can still see. Maybe we need to drop that down. Back to the cutting board. Shorter pocket. Lid on the glue. Bye, Jackie. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I like that better. So we will glue that down on that side. Art glitter glue. That's my go-to, is art glitter glue. Hey, Barb. How are you? Okay. Hold that down for a second. The other day, I was watching somebody's live. It might have been Popo's and Laura's. And my art glitter glue got... So I took a pen and was putting it through there. And I missed because I looked up and that pen went into my finger there and all the way down into here. It hurt so bad. Blood gushed everywhere. So just FYI, don't ever look up when you're doing that. Hi, Rhonda. How's Miss Rhonda? So, yeah, it was an ouch, all right. It literally brought tears to my eyes. It hurt so bad. Okay. Let's put some lined paper in this spot. We'll just fold it up to where we want it to be. This is not for children. That's right. That part's not for children, definitely. And using sharp items are not for children. He didn't sing your song. All now flipping over here in the chair. He says he's being good for a change, Rhonda. Imagine that. That'd be a hard thing to imagine, wouldn't it? Okay. So we're going to ink that up. Just give it another little place to write in. And you can make these any size. It's just a matter of, just a different way of putting a hinge on it, basically, is what I've done. instead of just folding it. Not believing you, Dan. Okay, that's good, Barb. It's kind of what I did during Brooke's live. Chat goes so fast in her live, I can't keep up most days. So I just put little snippets in when I catch something that catches my attention. That's the word I was looking for, attention. So is anybody doing anything tomorrow for the Valentine's Day? We went out to lunch yesterday and said that was our Valentine's because we're not going out with all the people and stand in line. Not that we really celebrate Valentine's Day, but it was nice to go out, just the two of us. And I'd rather go to lunch than dinner. He says, and have breakfast, because that's what I do. You have a job interview. Woohoo! That's awesome. I hope it is a success. Okay. And you could take these, the lined paper, and put it, stack up 3 or 4 of them and sew them right in there and make like a little pocket. I cannot talk, and my nose is itching. Somebody's coming to see me, I guess. I would eat breakfast for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. I love breakfast food, except for sausage. I can't do sausage. It makes me sick. But I had enough of the breakfast left over. The bacon, they had this new thing because like our favorite place we always end up to is Bob Evans here. And just because we know we like it. And yeah, I ended up eating a new thing on their menu. And it was so good. But there was so much of it left that I took breakfast with me for work this morning. Cut that one. I just love breakfast. I used to make cereal a meal, but once you get pre-diabetes and diabetes, you really shouldn't do that. So. Okay. Sorry if I'm not getting all the chat, but just trying to pay attention to what I'm doing here somewhat. If I ever get time to have my napkin sale. Oh, nah, I don't miss biscuits and gravy, but just biscuits in general. Tape, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, I'm slowly trying to do that. I'm not doing it cold turkey, though. I just know I can't. But I'm a person who can go all day without eating at supper until supper time, and I'd be fine. But the doctors yell at me, you got to eat breakfast, you got to eat lunch, you got to eat. And then I starve all day. So all I do is eat. And it doesn't matter. I could eat just no carbs, and I'm still hungry all day. It drives me insane. But I have struggled with my weight my entire life. So. Yes, it's very hard to craft and read at the same time. Oh, I ripped it a little bit. It's okay. Don't stress. That is good that you're losing weight if that's what your goal is. So That's good. Mine, every time I go in there, he looks at me and goes, "What do you need to do?" I'm like, yes. Sorry, I had glue all over me and it had to go. Okay. I have another piece of that paper somewhere. That's good. Rhonda, 45 pounds. That's a great accomplishment. I had 2 of these. I've lost them. Lost it. Yeah, let's use this as piece. This is an index card. We all have them. That was another thing when we was cleaning. I found like 5 things of index cards that had never been opened. I don't know why. Don't know why I had them. It must have been for Ashley. That's all I can imagine, or for school or something. Anybody else feel like they just can't cut or measure a straight line to save their lives? Okay. When my daughter was in school, in high school, she used index cards for every test. She would put all the points that she needed to know on them and put the answers on the back, and she'd sit and quiz herself and have us quiz her, and that's probably why she was a straight A student. Lost it. And she's still on the dean's list. So that makes me happy. Oh, I can't cut a straight line to save my soul. If that was a test, I'd fail every time. Okay, get a napkin ready for that one. I wish I could cut out the cravings. That's what I want to cut out. This is the cravings. I want that music paper on there. So, yeah, sometimes even with a paper cutter, I cannot cut a straight line to save my life. But then sometimes I think it's the paper and not me. Because I pull a 12 by 12 paper pad out, and you would think it would be, thank you. You would think it would be straight when you started cutting it, but oh no, it's not. Sandra, did I say thank you? If not, thank you. So I may have to make a vintage journal to put this in. It's turning out kind of vintagey. Yeah, no sodas help. I did that. Okay. It is hard. The older you get, the harder it is. No doubt about that. But I've literally had weight issues my whole life. Oh, I can't do energy drinks. I can't do those at all. I can't even stand the smell of them when they open them out at work. Let's see. That's good. One soda is good. I am switched to diet soda. I used to drink Coke all the time, and I did away with my sweet tea. But I still crave that carbonation of a soda, so haven't got there yet. So my friend that I made that huge baby book for had her baby today. 6 pounds, 12 ounces. I haven't got to see her yet. They haven't posted any pictures or sent me any pictures. And I just wanted her family to be able to be there tonight. The sweet tea was a hard one to give up. Angie, did I just read a treadmill or a trampoline? Somebody said something about a trampoline. The kids have a trampoline and I get on it, or I'd be black-eyed all the time. I'd fall into the, yeah, it wouldn't be pretty.
Can't tie your boobs, I can hurt yourself.
Sorry. You guys heard my husband. I'll just stick to coffee for energy. Now, I have taken the 5-hour energy one, but I can only take half of it because otherwise I feel like my heart's going to come around my chest. But I can drink a pot of coffee and not think anything about it. Oh, when I said I would have black eyes if I got on the trampoline, he said, you'd have to tie your boobs down. Yeah. Oh. Trampolines and me would not get along. Oh, yeah, that's hard. Dementia is not an easy disease, right? I remember my friend a long time ago asking me if I wanted to go jogging with her, and I'm like, hello? You got buttons and I've got boulders. It don't work. She goes, get a sports bra. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I'll walk with you, but I'm not jogging. Okay, so there we have pockets. I covered up my stinger. You can't see it. But it'll be all right. Okay, so now what do we want to put on the front of it? When I was straightening up, this was just some ephemera and cutouts and stuff that I had in another box that I could not get too easily. So I put them into something else where I could get to them. Now, I used to like the bike ride, but my back won't let me do that anymore. Yeah, I will walk. I like to walk. I just won't go walking by myself anymore. If I get dizzy, I need somebody to be there so I ain't laying in the woods somewhere by myself. Oh, Rhonda, my dad did that. He thought that the people at the hospital were after him. And he tried to get a little belligerent with them. If somebody sees something there, yell at me. Here's some old Bo Bunny stuff and cutouts from a paper pad. Dementia is a hard road. I just think taking care of our parents is a hard road, but I wouldn't trade the time I spent taking care of them for nothing. That might be cute. Too big, I think. Whoops. Hit the mouse too much and I'll disconnect y'all unintentionally. A little butterfly in here. You can decorate that tag to go in it. I find that I do better when I have stuff in a box like this, where I can get to it, than to have it all organized in a drawer that I can't get to. Oh, I love it. I love looking at what other people's stash looks like. All right, so nothing in there I really want. Let's put that back. I have a little shelf behind me that my printer sits on. Get out my ephemera folder that I made and get a hold of it. Okay. Let's put this over here. Yeah, I can't do the shopping bag things. That would drive me crazy. So that would hide our I just have so much stuff to get through. It all is crazy. Ooh, vintage papers from parents. That must be awesome. I'm still looking for the box. Yes, I can. I will email you. So I still have to mail your books.
I don't know that tomorrow.
Planning on it tomorrow, yes, Dan. My sister-in-law aunt was like this. She moved to her hospice and she stood up in the bed screaming. She was in a brothel and she wanted to go home. She was the only person kicked out of hospital. Wow. Look at a bird. Nah. Answered my question, right? Let's see. I will. I need to go mail some stuff. My daughter got a letter today here, so I need to go mail her stuff out. So it's just going to do it all at one time. That one's kind of good. Oh, I like the red, that one better. Okay, let's do that one. On the front. I can't remember what I was getting ready to say. So you think it takes up too much of the front? Or we can do it there. And you have the wallpaper on both sides. Let's do that there. Lost my mind again. The 2 siblings with my mother starts to get sick. I'm going to have to do it myself. Angie, I had 2 sisters and 2 brothers, but 98% of everything for my mom and dad fell on my shoulders. And now everything falls on my shoulders for my 2 brothers. So, being the youngest is not an easy thing to be. No matter what they tell you when you're growing up, how spoiled you are, it's hard. The youngest of my 2 brothers, whoa, upside down, abort mission, got a phone call yesterday wanting him to be at a, I was just comparing it to being, being in charge of everything and being the responsible one. It's hard. It's a hard road to toe, but anyway, he has to be at the doctor's doctor's office because of a result of a CAT scan. So be praying for him if y'all pray. I'd appreciate it. We just buried his wife in November, so let's put the African violet on the back. Hi, Pearl. I try to be the best I can be, a wife, a mother, sister.
Pain in the butt.
My husband says pain in the butt. I'd be lost without them all. I wouldn't be here and who I am. Yep, I was there for my sister-in-law. I was there as much as I possibly could be for my sister. My one sister. Now, my other sister, she was in a nursing home, and I really didn't know her very well. And she was so much like my grandmother, my mother's mother, that it was very hard for me. Thank you. I'm just praying it was a CAT scan of his lungs. I'm just praying it's nothing serious. Should we put a little lady on there or find another flower? Oh. Okay, Brandy, have a good night. Thank you for stopping. I know it's smaller, but I like that blue against there. Oh, we're going to use that in here. All right, let's try this. I just like that contrast of blue. It pops off the page. Let's see. Ooh, wouldn't this be cute? Right across there. Thank you. I'm going to do a tutorial. I've been supposed to do it. I just can't seem to get myself motivated for some reason to do a tutorial on how to make one. And I'm going to bring some. Okay. Let's see. Get my ink out here. Night. Thanks for coming, Maddie. Thank you, Dawn. Sorry I got quiet there. I was thinking when I get into the thinking mode. And I'll put the dimensions of this in the description box. So if somebody wants to try to make it, I mean, it's fairly easy. And you don't have to do the collage part that I did. You could just use your favorite piece of scrapbooking paper and decorate it up. I just love making collage. It's a good way to. Let me put that upside down. It's a good way to use up bits and pieces of your stash. Yep. I've been using a lot of my own artwork in my journal, my daily journal, creative journal. It's hard to get it to stick to this wallpaper. Probably Fabri-Tac would hold it right down, but you know, I don't like that smell. I'm an odd bird compared to everybody else who does crafting. Fabri-Tac is not my game. Yeah, I like that. Stayed in. Okay. Then inside the pockets, we have room for a tag. And we're going to use this little okay, we're going to switch it. This one's going in the front one. This one's a little more narrow where I had to cut it down because I messed it up. Decorate, decorate, and then put it over the page of your book. Thank you. I just think that pops. These pop off the back, but I just really like the way that looks. It gives me a headache, Deidre. It really gives me a headache. I can add something to that. These labels that I'm using are from Tracy Fox. And I have this thing about numbers. I love numbers. Okay, Angie. Have fun on your trip. Oh, did Dawn say she was leaving? Okay, bye, Dawn. Thank you. Okay. But yeah, I love numbers, just random numbers. But those are Tracy Fox's Digi. And then I love ones that oh, her name just went out of my head. Somebody refresh my brain. the old design shop. Thank you, Deidre. And the old design shop has those little postcard or post office numbers in her shop, and I love those things. Love them, love them, love them. Okay, so we could put a piece of washi tape across there. What do you think? Let's get something with flowers. I bought some washi that I didn't realize was scented until I got it home. It's scented and it smells like really cheap, bad perfume. Like little old lazy, little old ladies, not little old lazies. Bad perfume. Yeah, I didn't realize when I bought it. I actually bought it online from this co-op thing that I'm in, and I didn't read that it was scented. Didn't notice it. So yeah. Just something to give out a little bit of interest on that page. A little lazy. Hi, Cheryl. I didn't see you come in. Yeah, here we go. What did I do with it? I lose more things. Oh, this is a little tiny sticker of washi. And I always put glue on the back of my washi because we all know it is not the best at sticking. Okay. All right, there's that. So I think that's a pretty cool project. And of course, you can decorate the tags. And just flip it over a book. And get a hold of it. Could put it in this one. This one is a journal I made for myself. Which is something I don't do very often. So let me get a paper clip. Somewhere in this bin. Here we go. Found one. Of course, it's stuck to a different one. That's the worst part about paper clips. They stick to each other. Okay. So we're going to use this little heart paper clip. Maybe. To hold it in the book. Expensive Neiman Marcus Estee Lauder Youth Dew that was so heavy and strong and stank. And Jean Nate. Okay. I don't know that one. So that'll be cute in my little journal. My next project. So you want to see the page that the Rainbow Bright threw up on. It's just what it reminded me of. It's buried. I don't remember Youth Do. Good night, Tanisha. So this is my very chunky alligator book that I've been working on. And here's my page that I said the Rainbow Bright threw up on. I wear perfume from Victoria's Secret. I wear just body spray from Bath and Body Works. Night, Christina. Yeah, I just don't remember that one. When I worked at Hills Department Store, if anybody knows what Hills was, I had the job every year at Christmas to putting perfumes out on the counter. Most of them I could get a buy with, but one night I was putting stuff away and I turned around and looked because I felt like, you know how you get when your nose starts to run or something? And I went to wipe my nose with a tissue and it was all blood. And couldn't figure out what it was. And come to find out, I was highly allergic to, it was called Love's Baby Soft perfume. That every time I get around it, my nose would just start bleeding instantly. So, and it smelled good. I mean, it was real light. It wasn't so strong, but it was just, I think it was the sheer volume of it that was busted inside the bottle. I remember Woolworths. I don't remember Alexander's. So this was something I drew probably a couple years ago. One of my doodles. And then this, I just colored with colored pencils. And put my little rookie to-do list in there. And then my journaling is just written around random words, random order. Yeah, somebody bought it for my daughter and I'm like, yeah, I can't do it. Never did figure out what was in it, but thank you, Peggy. Thank you. I'm having fun. If you guys haven't tried this, this one I drew a couple years ago. Actually, this one I drew when my dad was sick, and I sat over in his living room writing it or drawing it. So just use soap and water. Yep. I used to love Noxzema. Emerald. Some of the names I don't remember. Never owned a pair either. I had a pair of Lee jeans that I loved. Oh yeah, Prima. That stuff was awful. Oh, he shaved with Noxzema? Yeah, I worked at Hills for 10 years. It was so fun. Use Clinique, Happy, and body spray from Walmart. Yeah, I go when they have their like big sale to Bath and Body Works and stock up. I remember both of those. My grandpa wore Old Spice, the original Old Spice. To this day, I can smell that, and I'm right back sitting beside him, talking to him. Yeah. And then we had a gentleman that came into the store I work at. His name was Mr. James, and he reminded me of my grandpa in looks and everything. And he wore Old Spice. He was a sweetheart. He lived to 99. He was trying to make it to 100, but he lost his battle but gained his wings. So He was a sweet, sweet man. This one, I don't know if you've all seen these on Brooke's page or not, but I was talking to a friend at work, and she was talking and telling stuff to people that you don't need to tell to everybody. And so I said, don't peel back too many layers or you'll leave yourself exposed. So I had to put that in my journal. Thank you, Peggy. And then I was like, I couldn't figure out what to use for the layers. So I had found this picture of peeling an onion. Cheryl, is it your birthday? Oh, you're going to be 53 years old tomorrow. Well, happy birthday. Yeah, I turned 51 back in January, so I know what you mean. And then the writing on this, I love writing on vellum. And I ran out of room, so I put the rest in this card. I need to make another one, another journal for March. So maybe next week we'll put the papers, the eclectic papers together. This page, the Piggly Wiggly. Now that I got those numbers, I got the package from Brooke today. I've got some of those price sticker numbers that she sent, and I have to put some of those in there because I was working.
A couple thermostat gaskets.
What?
A couple thermostat gaskets.
Dan was laughing because I got car parts gaskets to use. My husband was a mechanic. No one knew that. He was a mechanic for 35 years. We pulled that package open and I'm like, look, I got, you'll know what this is. And he goes, a gasket? What in the world are you going to do with a gasket? I think it'll be fun to make a little frame out of them. Hi, Lorna. How are you? It was a Norwegian girl used to wear them to the bathtub to soften the leather and mold to my feet. Of course, I put a shiny penny in the slot. Norwegian. All right. Tell me what Weegens were. Was it like penny loafers? I'm totally. Oh, okay. Penny loafers. Okay. I didn't have that name brand of them. I loved my penny loafers. I wore those things out, like 5 pairs of them. The soles right off of them. They were so huge when I was going to high school in my area. I don't know if they were everywhere, but they were here. And those, and when I was a kid, I wore those Dr. Scholl's wooden sandals that had just like the little leather strap with the buckle on it on the top. Yeah, penny loafers with bobby socks. I wore those things all the time. Yeah, mine weren't Weegens. That's why I was like, I don't know. I kept thinking when she said penny in it, and I'm thinking, okay. My dad used to get so mad at me when I wear those wooden soled shoes. He was like, you're going to break your neck one day. One day I was running and outside with my niece and nephew, and I went to run because I seen a black snake, and I detest snakes. And I went to run, and that leather strap broke, and the shoe went one way, and I went the other. It was crazy. Okay, I probably won't be on much longer. Of course, I've only been on here an hour, so. Oh, fun. Fully clean the basement. Yeah, the Dr. Scholl's. Those things, they were so comfortable to me. But I had a skinned up leg and a bruised up knee, and yeah, my dad would see me, get them things up. You're going to break your neck again. He did not like them. Saddle shoes and PF flyers with the red ball and Signia. I remember saddle shoes. I never had the high wedge shoes. I could never stand anything with heels of any kind. Even as a young teenager, it hurt my back. So I just didn't do it. Couldn't. Hey, Elle, how are you? We're looking at my book. It's so fun. Yo-yos. I probably know what some of this is, but I just never know the name of it because by the time I got it, it was usually hand-me-downs 2 or 3 times. Bye, Peggy. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Let me see. I'll show you what I made tonight. This is what we actually did on the live. Let me shut this book. I'll just use this as a backdrop. So it goes over the page of a book. They had a hole in the heel and were comfy. I don't know those ones. But it's decorated on the outside. You've got a place to, but it's just held together with little hinges of paper. Thank you. And I just used this notebook. This was my very first journal that I actually worked in, and it was a bullet style journal. And it had recipes and all that in there. With my to-do list, a lot of my drawings, and just fun. But I never finished it. Did a lot of writing, like learning different types of writing. So that was from, let's see what year I did this in. 2016. The year my daughter took off for college. It's been some blank pages in there, and I took them out of it to use for writing paper on my tags and stuff. So, but I thought it turned out cute. Hi, Anna. Haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, my book, my journal that I'm making, it's addictive. I find myself working in it and forgetting to work on other things that I need to do. It is fun to look back at. There's only one that I won't open. There's one journal I won't open, and that's one from when my mom was dying. I have one from when my dad was dying, but it wasn't the same as the one with my mom. But I like Elle and I were on her one video, Never Hopeless by Elizabeth, if no one knows who she is. If someone doesn't know who she is, she was talking how she wrote and then felt the page and then turned it around and wrote this way and then turned it around again and wrote. And so everything is journaled out, but you can't read it. And so no one else can read it, but you got all that muck out, if that makes sense. Brain dump and all the things just go, but it make great tags on the back because no one can read it. And her explosion book, yeah. I have a bin that is probably about 4 inches deep, and all it is sheets of cardstock and their drawings, like some of the others that I'll use in this journal. This used to be how I did all my relaxation. There's one that I drew. This one's one. I'm probably going to photocopy that one because it's too big. This one's my favorite. But I'm planning on using these in my journal so that they're not just sitting in a box. Yeah. I love this one. Need to go back and add color to the big pieces. I did a lot of black and whites. And I pulled a lot of stuff out of here that isn't. Thank you, Rhonda. Darla tells me I can make a digital with some of my drawings, as I call them, my doodles. That one, and then this one was more, I was actually trying to learn how to draw the flowers. But yeah, I have a whole box full of this kind, not so much this one. Yes, I've done that. I did one where I cut the petals of the flower out and then wrote around it, just Bible verse to, yeah. This one might be tomorrow's page. It's just fun to sit there and, this one, we were watching a movie and I just started doodling. I took what are those things called? Coaster. I had this big coaster that was sitting beside me and I just traced around it and then started coloring it, and then the tree just kind of came to life. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, if I use this one in my, it'll be a photocopy of it. Thank you. I've thought about doing one called Whimsical. One of my journals here somewhere. Has a house in it. Hold on a second. I'll grab it. Because I knocked more things off. Sometimes I think I should have got a chair without a back on it. Don't laugh, but this is my first art journal. This was one of the, I did that in 2015. So then I did this one to go along with it in my art journal. And then these are stamped and cut out. There's my whimsical house. I just don't know how many people would be interested in whimsical drawings. And I have no idea how to turn them into a kit, a digital. This one I loved. I called it my happy house. Swap page with Jean. Some of these I need to go back and finish. They're just backgrounds. You love whimsical, Patricia? My snow scene I painted. This one's, oh, I drew that live one night on, or painted that live one night on Jan's Crazy Life's channel. And I love that one. Those girls were what are they called? Julia Nutting dolls. And I just got backgrounds. What else is in here? This is just an old book. I glued the pages together. Oh, there's the one I did the verses around. Yeah, it was a long time ago, wasn't it, Jan? Or Jan. On Jan's channel, it was a long time ago. I just get in the mood to art journal and I start doing stuff. Like this is all just background. I figured someday I'd cut it out and use it for something. I love to draw. I just never thought I was any good at it. But I like to do houses. And I like mushroom houses and stuff like that. It's all whimsical stuff. Yeah. Okay, ladies, now that you've seen my artwork, well, maybe I'll work on a digital kit of whimsical drawings and put it in my shop once I figure out how to get it there. Thank you. I'm going back and reading some of the chat. When I was in school, I drew a lot, but I had an art teacher who kind of tried to sway me away from that. So he was not very nice. I don't have any other drawings. I know there's another one in here somewhere. This is what my living room furniture looks like now. The old couch that was falling apart is gone. I still got to get the love seat put in, but we started getting snow. Yeah, she probably could once she gets back from school. Try to find the other page. That one's my mixed media page in this journal so far. Just had nothing to write about. This is the one Darla saw that she said I should make a digital kit because I drew all that. It was one big, actually I think it was cut off the other way. Yeah, it was. This was over here. It was one big picture. I absolutely love it. It has been therapy for me. And I do write in it. I don't usually show all my journaling because I do have a tendency to write some things down that not everybody would care to read or I would care for them to read. Yeah, they're from her hers and Darla's planner kit. And I found these online. Little Good Housekeeping covers. Cute journaling cards. There's another one in here somewhere. That's Brooky's page. This is from what's his name? It's Brooky's house. What's the guy they call the painter of light? Yeah, well, that's what I've done. That's why I don't share it. I do write what I want to write, but I don't want. Yes, Thomas Kincaid. Thank you, Pearl. That is a page out of one of his books. And this one's Velcroed in, so I can take it out. Just Velcros onto the page, but it's full of journaling. All little hearts. Some more of my Zentangle. I do too. I can't actually find a cover of another one that I want to make. So I am going to make me a cover out of chipboard. And I'm going to triple layer the chipboard to make a real heavy book cover. This is how I felt that day, by the way. And then I'll make my spine, but I'm going to make the spine. This one is 1 3/4. I think I'm going to make it 2.5 inches so that it's got plenty of room to give. Or about that anyway. But I'm going to make it all chipboard and make it all by hand. But I want the horizontal orientation of it instead of the vertical. Because it's like having a double spread on each page. And I like how that worked out. And I have in my cart I have 3 gelatos, I think. Yeah, this is the only 3 gelatos I have. So I either want to get the rest of the set of gelatos or the crayons. And the crayons that Elle talks about are cheaper. I have some that are 3 inches. Yeah, I bought this book from Katie's Tribe of 5, and I still have the block because it was all floral, and I love florals, so I can use them in my other books. That's the ones I have those in my cart. I just haven't hit buy yet. I gotta finish buying some other things first, but because household comes before my journal time. I got plenty of things I can use without spending money. My first December daily had either a 3 or 4 inch spine, and it worked out good, but it was very short. It was only like 4.5 inches, 5 inches wide. So I want this length and about 2.5 inches spine. But it just, when you use the cardstock and stuff in it like I do, it just bulks up so fast. But it's just, I don't know, it's just so much fun. This was off a thing of coffee. You know how they hold the bags together? I don't have a Target, Elle. We have a Walmart and the stores in the mall. Yeah, I would so get those if I was near Target, but I don't have a Target. So, Hobby Lobby and the Michaels. So, yeah. So if I do one that big, I make sure my covers are very thick so that they can hold the weight. And I love the way Elle does hers, but I want my orientation horizontal instead of vertical. I just like the way it works for my thoughts. Yeah, I could do that. I just, like I said, I'm trying to get some stuff done for the house. I just ordered windshield wiper blades for the car. Maintenance things you got to take care of that come before once. Thank you, Elle. You are my inspiration. Because I always wanted to do something like this, but I never would let myself do it because I thought, I'm crazy. Why would anybody ever want to go back and turn the pages of that and look at it? And then I saw Elle's and I'm like, oh my gosh. Light bulb, I'm doing this. So it took everything in my power not to start middle of December. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start January 1st. And so I'm 100% caught up. I got to upload pictures of today's, but Yeah, I always tried to do a daily journal when I couldn't. Last year I did a daily inspiration journal with quotes and stuff in it, and I had fun with that. But then after a while, I got bored because I was always trying to find the perfect quote, and like this is more what my thoughts and yeah. Oh no, buffering. Is anybody else buffering? But anyway, I think I'm going to get off here and let my husband watch some TV, and I'm going to get me something to drink and put my feet up for a while and go to bed. But yeah, it's my favorite coffee in the world, by the way. If you ever find it in the store, taste it. It's so, so good. It's not overly expensive, but it's so good. No buffering here. Yes, have a great weekend. Get to do my normal 9.5-hour shift Saturday and 8 tomorrow. Yeah, I'm glad you got here too, Elle. Thank you. So I will see you all next week, hopefully. Thank you, Anna. Ooh, Carla, have fun with that. A couple more weeks and it's vacation time. Can't wait. Just to be able to get a week away from work. And yeah, I can't type. Dang it. Oh yeah, happy Valentine. Bye. The book is, oh, it is upside down. Very observant. Good night.